So I got to start streaming more live like these on the phones. I have to start streaming more lives like these on the phones. So I was told, right? And for some reason, I think the person that actually gave me a comment that stated that it was fake news when Elon and this NASA rescue astronaut mission, right? It's fake news. Then it had me to go through a rabbit hole, and I was thinking, well, damn, space ain't real. Space can't be real. Now, some people may think, hey, he's going a little bit far. Space has to be real because that's all they talk about. That's all they taught us in schools and churches and everything else, right? Which is all indoctrination camps. I've been telling people that for years. Read the book Outwitting the Devil, and it lets you know that if you were the devil and you wanted to control something, what will be the extent of control and what's the different mechanism and schematics that you would use in order to control. And it will be the educational system and or the schools and the churches, the education, the religion, and everything else. That all keeps you away from your purpose. On, well, why am I on earth? Right? Like, why am I here? What's my purpose then if I'm here? What? Okay, get the money, then what? Help people. Okay, did you complete your mission? You're gonna keep on coming back to this place? You don't have to if you don't want to. So let's dive deep because this was just on my mind and I had to talk about it. So we're gonna I believe that, and this just had me to go down the rabbit hole to state, well, damn, if the spaceships when they go up, they never actually go up, right? Vertical. They always go up at an angle. So they go up. They don't go up like this, and then go into space. You see, after I leave the screen, my hands to go into space, whatever that is, right? I say it go into water, right? But it goes like this, and then it goes this way. So it don't go up. It goes this way and come off the screen. You don't know what it's going over. I believe that it's going over the ice walls, right? And that now it makes me think. I'm like, it's too early in the morning for me to be thinking like this. But this is the time I get up anyway. Then I go work out about 5. So I say, why not do an upload real quick? It's on my mind. I can't get it off my mind. It's on my mind. So I say, okay, if I'm gonna show y'all a clip of the actual space rescue mission. I hate to even say space because now you trick me with words. So the fake me out rescue missions. Now people might say, well, healthy discussion. Don't you agree with some of the things that the Republicans are doing? Of course I do. I think that we need that type of mindset right now. But at the end of the day, I know that all of them drink coffee, eat tea, and have crackers together. It don't matter if you red or blue. They all have the same mission at the end of the day. They just use the separate and conquer mechanism to confuse the masses. So I have common sense, right? But for what we need right now, we need that type of strategy or that way of thinking. But I'm no dummy to just side with them um, totally or just totally agree with them because I already know they all related at the end of the day. They all come from the same cause and they all have the same mission at the end of the day. Let's just get that disclaimer out the way. But we're talking about the firmament and how I believe that what's above is below. What's the firmament? What's considered a firmament, right? A firmament is considered in context of biblical cosmology. Firmament means refers to the expanse or vault of sky, often depicted as a solid dome separating waters above from the earth below. And I began to think, I said, I only want the truth. That's the only thing I care about, right? Everything else really doesn't matter on this realm. So they letting you know. They literally just let you know. You think that it's heavens above. That's a man-made concept. You think that it's hell down below. It's another man-made concept. It specifically stated that it's a solid dome. So which means that what's a dome? A dome is something that covers something, right? Right? You went to one of these NFL stadiums or these soccer stadiums, and when it closed up, that's the dome, and you can't really escape. So we're living in a dome. So when they talking about flying spaceships up, that don't even sound correct to me. It's no way that's possible. Anyway, based on this definition, because words don't lie, people do, right? Numbers don't lie, people do, right? It's stated that it often depicts as a solid dome separating the waters above from the earth below. So what do I think is above? Water. What do I think is below? Water. It just gave you the definition right there. What's above my head right now, above everything, above all the clouds and all these other little things that they call space? Water. What's below? Water. That's why most people think, hey, why are they going up to go to space when you can go down in the water? That's a whole nother conversation. That may be too much for some people, right? But the truth is slowly peeking out. The truth is peeking out. People don't like it, but hey, that's what's happening. Let's go to the biblical context, right? The biblical context stated that in Genesis creation creation narrative, God creates the firmament, right, to separate the waters above from the waters below, allowing for an appearance of dry land. So it's water above, which is heaven, and it's water below, which they call hell. That's wicked. And it's dry land, the land that we're actually on, right? And beyond the ice walls, to me, beyond the ice walls is another realm. Beyond that realm is another realm. There's so many different realms that people don't understand what's going on. You think when you die, you go to heaven or you go to hell. It's man-made. And this, I know this to be true because think about it like this, right? Your parents or your grandparents, I think that their soul is younger than our soul, right? Because you ever wonder, well, why do I feel like I know more of what's going on than they do? And then I know this to be true because then I look past our generation and let's just look at the generation Z's and everything else, right? Because I'm a millennial. So look at the according to their data. So look at the generation below us. It seems like you ever met a kid and you be like, how you know that? Or they say some things, you be like, you got an old soul. Like, how would you even know that, right? Come to find out, their soul is actually older than ours. So then I begin to think, I said, it's only X amount of souls in this world and everything is getting recycled. So then I also begin to think, I said, well, how do your stuff get recycled? And then I come up with the idea. And people like, well, where do you get this from? I don't even know sometimes. It just comes to me, right? Then I come up with the idea and I said, well, if it's only X amount of souls, and different type of souls keep on basically spawning here again, right? And through different things, it could be animals, plants, whatever you come back as, right? It's because you were told to go towards the light. I said it has to be, because why do they think everything that's dark or black is negative and everything that's white or light is positive? That's not true. But if you believe that while you're here and you take that with you, because the only thing you can really take to other realms is your consciousness and or your memory, right? But when we get here, it's like our memory is washed. We don't remember anything. Maybe when we're kids, but after a certain point, we've been trained by the schools and the churches to now get indoctrinated on our actual belief, when our birthright is to actually have a choice. So the question would then be, why don't we have a choice then? Because most of our habits and most of the things that we actually learn are taught to us. It's not really a choice. It's what our parents taught them, it's what their parents taught them, and then you be like, well, who the hell taught y'all that? No disrespect, respect the elders, but at a certain point, it's still a choice, right? At a certain point, it is literally still a choice. So, like I say, so above, down, so above, what's above is below. That's all water to me, right? That's all water to me. So let's go on to a video of, well, let's talk about what a dome is. And I told you a dome is a rounded roof of ceiling or structure resembling a half sphere or a shape like one half of a ball. So which means that the earth has to be flat. it can't be round if we're in a dome. Think about it. That's a whole nother conversation I'm gonna break down. There's a whole nother conversation I'm gonna break down, right? Let's go into this video of this because I'm on the internet a lot. And I'm a content creator. So at the end of the day, I know I can make up videos right now with AGI technology or AI technology, run the prompt in it, and then it can print me out images and or entire videos. And I know what's real and what's fake. Pay attention to this. This killed me right here.
Just rescued 2 astronauts that Biden left floating around in
Pay
space for
attention.
9 months. The SpaceX Dragon splashed down in the Gulf of America during
Fake.
the 5.
As you can see there on your screen, continuing to monitor progress of the Dragon spacecraft. And we're going to stand by for splashdown located in the Gulf of America off the coast of Tallahassee, Florida.
If that's not the world's fakest thing.
Back on
Earth. And this is how I know this was fake, because when you a YouTuber or you a broadcaster and you hit the you can hit a prompt that says, hey, hooray, whatever sound you want them to say. Facts, whatever you want, pause, like whatever you want them to say, you can say, right? And this is what I said, it's so fake. So it made me look at Elon. I'm like, okay, cool. I totally don't agree with what everyone's doing, because you never know a man's plan and or their mission, right? You can be building these spacecrafts to go to another realm. And that's a whole nother conversation. And the realm is over the ice wall. That's why we can't go to not Australia. We can't go to Antarctica. we can't go to Antarctica. We can't go to Antarctica. Why? Why is there so many military base at Antarctica? Like, why are they protecting Antarctica so bad? Why is the ice melting, right? Why? Because in order to escape this realm, you can go through Antarctica. People say, well, how do you know that? Well, what's the point of ice walls being there? You fly over the wall, then what? You fly over the wall, then what? So this little space experiment that they had, and they trying to show you the mass media on TV, hey, this is what happened to the astronauts that Elon Musk rescued. That was all fake. It was fake. Now I'm doing this video because someone commented, and I said I have to expand on this because I see it for what it is. It's all fake. And they literally lying to you right in front of your face. Like I say, people will say, we live in a firmament, which means that you go all the way up to the top of the dome, you can't escape. You can go horizontal to go to another realm, but you can't go up to escape anything. You maybe can go down in the sea, right? Because it's different, all sorts of things down below that we as men have it. We never even discovered. We never even discovered. So, and what they say a firmament is what's above is below, and what's above? Water. What's below? Water. So how are they getting to this so-called man-made things called space? And then the other day I'm driving, right? And I just had a little thing that came down to me, and I said, we think that these stars, which the word star is man-made, but we think, when you look up, that's probably another realm, right? And it don't mean that you have to go up to get to that realm. Who told you that? Like I say, read the book Outwitting the Devil, and you will understand why schools and churches, those are the things that you were taught. So you can't even be a free thinker. I was taught to be a free thinker. I don't really, how people think and how people view things, it don't mean that's how I think and how I view it. I got my own way of thinking, right? You have your own brain. You should exercise your own right. You should make your own choices in life on what you perceive this world to be. If you're in control of your reality, right? Your perception actually matters. Because how you see things, how you perceive things, is how you breathe things, and how you actually do things, and how you think of things is projected into your reality, right? And you control that. Now you have other equal or opposite forces that don't want your reality to be, but it doesn't mean that's what a dream is. That's what a purpose is. That's what's think about it. Everything that's around you right now, it was somebody else's idea and or dream. From a desk to a table to a house to a car to your to whatever you think of. Unless you construct it and or build it yourself. Correct. So I'm just thinking, right? Because I'm a thinker. I'm a free thinker at that, right? Independent thinker. Right? All of that stuff that you see, especially with the space thing, is fake. Now, this is another reason, another thing that's coming. Oh, let me get back to, let me weave it back in and get to what's going on, right? So the other day I'm driving and I looked up and I'm like, you would think that these stars, right? Because the stars beautiful, plenty of different things in the sky, right? So you would think, you have to go up in order to get to the stars. Who told you that? In my head, I said, no, you don't have to go up in order to get to those things. Those things are other realms. What if you can go through a portal? Or what if you can go to the ocean? Because if it's up, if water is above, right, and water is below, what if it's a connecting point down in the ocean that gets you to that place? So I said, wah wah. There's no way you have to go up because you can't go up. So there have to be other ways to travel or other ways to get there other than going into this so-called thing they call space, which is no such thing at all because we're underneath the firmament. Another thing I wanted to prove and to let you guys know that it's no way that that's considered space up there is because of this, right? Yeah, I remember. This is why I don't trust NASA. Now I look at Elon as if, okay, he has his own ways of doing things, but why would you work with a company which is still part of the government, right? And they all have one mission at the end of the day. Blue, Republicans or Democrats, they all have the same mission at the end of the day. We can quarrel about who's better or what works better for right now, but at the end of the day, they all have tea and coffee and eat crackers together and all their kids know each other and stuff like that. So that's beyond us. But let's talk about NASA. This is why I never trust NASA, right? I would never trust NASA. I went to the Air and Space Museum as a child because, once again, these schools make sure that you go on these field trips to then go and make you think, oh, wow, use your imagination, which most people don't use their imagination. I tell people, I don't care how old you are, always use your imagination. Always create a creative way to do something and or create something or fix something. It's not just one way. It's so many different ways, right? Use your brain. That's what we have it for. It's a beautiful thing. It's like a computer. Like you can do whatever you want to do with it. But don't let an idle mind go to waste, right? Your mind is very, very powerful. So it can shape things, make things, and break things, whatever you want to do, it can do it, right? So I'm saying it all to say NASA. I looked at NASA. Y'all remember when they talked about the space, people going to the moon. Y'all remember when they talked about the people going to the moon? NASA, right? They recorded a video of NASA of the people landing on the moon. Then I begin to think they recorded a video of people landing on the moon. Ding, 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 ding. They recorded a video of the people landing on the moon. I said, if I have a studio and I understand what TV is and television and everything else, right? And I own the masses and I want to control the masses and whatever I put out, then most people not going to question it. Just they like get wits and go wits. Most of the people are sheeps, right? So you can tell them anything and they going to go for it. Put a little bit of fear in it. Add a little bit of novelty, maybe a little bit of suspense. Turn the volume up. Y'all know when you watch a scary movie, you hear the little the tunes in the back that makes you think it's really scary. But if you turn it off, it's like, what am I watching here, right? Put that little bit of that in it, add some seasoning on top, and watch people believe, right? Put it in the oven and cook. Watch people believe, right? When I seen that flag blowing, because you remember in school they told us, in space there's no air. Okay, I said, okay. There's no air. And I was always the type to be like, well, and I used to get in trouble when I was in school because I used to always question why, or he talk a lot, or why is this? Because it's like, it don't make sense to me. Well, how do I tell you it don't make sense? But I gotta regurgitate it and make sure I remember that, hey, this is the answer they want us to pick just to pass the class. I said, that's crazy. It's like I'm in the middle here. In order to pass the class, I gotta remember the rubbish and the foolishness that you're telling me. But in actuality, do I really believe it? No. So now I gotta play dumb. Cool, I get it. Great. I play dumb because the smart guys know how to play dumb. A dumb guy don't really know how to play smart. So I'd rather be the smart guy that play dumb than the dumb guy that know how to play smart, right? Cool. So I'll dumb myself down. Cool. But I'm not going to this indoctrination all the way. When I get a break, I'm gone out of here. Because I understand what it is. You're telling me what to think, when to think, how to think. Then when you become an adult, you begin to say, God damn, like when did I even think about these things on my own? You don't have your independent thoughts or your independent way of thinking. So therefore, most of the things that you know aren't true. It's no way. Most of the things that you actually know isn't true. There's no truth to it. You become an adult, you begin to unravel things. So you be like, when you become an adult, you actually like, damn, I got to start over again. For most, some people, it's already like, okay, I already know what's going on. Let me build some, create something that I want on Earth, on this realm. There's no such thing as death. That's a myth. Because how? If you spiritual beings, how in the hell can you consider yourself dying? Some people live and die, some people die and live. Same difference. How do you consider yourself actually? You have to embrace it. Embrace death. Embrace living. It's a beautiful thing, right? One don't work without the other, right? A positive charge and a negative thing, you need both. You need duality. Negative things and positive things, you need it in this life because this is just the realm we live in. It's always good. It's always bad. It's always, it don't matter what realm you go to. It's going to be good. It's going to be bad. It's going to be good people, bad people. Good things, bad things. Good elements, bad. It's going to be prey, predator. It's always going to be some form of, it's going to be God. It's going to be the devil. It's always going to be some form of duality. That's not going to change, right? It's going to be man. It's going to be woman. Total opposite. It's always going to be something else, right? But that's just the world we live in. It's a beautiful thing, right? So I'm saying it all to say, when I seen the NASA flag in the air and the American flag was actually blowing, I said they fooled us again. They fooled the masses again because the masses would think we've been to the moon. No, you haven't. No one has been to the moon. No one. Doesn't exist. It's not even real. You could look up, but is it truly real? You don't know. I don't believe that it's real. I believe that it's a man-made thing, right? Because when you look at it, you be like, okay, I thought when the sun come up, the moon's supposed to go down. If we was living in some form of a globe, a circle, right? If the sun go up, the moon come down, then you figure out this is, no, we're living on one plane, right? The sun just move around like this in a circle while everything else is still. So I said, okay, cool. The moon is placed there. So now it goes back to say, okay, when they say when you die, make sure you go towards the light. I'm telling people now, and I'll keep telling people this, I'm not going towards the light. I'm not coming back here. For what? No, you don't go towards the light. People say, well, how do you know that? Because that's how you come back here. Why? Because we was told that the light is good and the dark is bad. Same thing, light skin versus dark skin, black versus white. We were told that these things, but you don't know that the darkness is actually good and the light could be actually bad. Total opposite. It might blow your mind when you think about it. I think about it like this. Let's put it on a business scale. When you're in profit, right? And they call it like Black Friday, or you're in the black, right? That's actually a good thing. That's what they call it, Black Friday. Because that's when most companies, most companies make their profit. That's when most companies make their profit. So we were always told the dark is bad and the light is good. Who? Where? Last time I checked, I'm dark. I ain't bad. I'm copper at that. So why you keep telling me that the darkness is bad or dark is bad and light is good? Because remember, the only thing that you could take to other realms, to me, is your consciousness. That's why they just discovered that, look, we got these robots that's about to come out. You can download your consciousness and put it in a robot if you want to do that. You can live on Earth forever. Just keep changing bodies. Change bodies, change bodies, change bodies, but the same consciousness. Why would you want to be stuck on this realm? Y'all know that it's like 999 other realms that you must explore. You don't have to be here. Think about it. So, if you can download your consciousness onto something, right? And people might say this is wild, this is ridiculous, but you know, to most it's going to seem crazy. It's going to seem this is going to seem that bad. I understand it, and it's not for most. But I still, because this is what triggered this thought to come down into my consciousness in my head, because I'm like, they purposely showed you that AGI, um, that AI video on Fox 5 of the actual astronauts coming down. And I said, most of people, if I ask like someone that's older than me, was that real? I swear they're gonna say it's real. Because, and I don't blame them, because I think about it like this: for they don't know, they don't understand, they don't see a class above us. They don't even know how to use the phones, use the technology, put it on autopilot, put it on this, put it on that. They don't know how to use these computers for what it's actually being used for. It's like another brain. I like computers because it's like me having another brain. If I don't want to do something, I'm gonna automate it. Let the computers do it. Send them robots out. Like, why not? But most people, like our older generation, they don't know how to use it. So when they see it, how could I identify to say if it's real or fake? So I said, oh, they got them. They wasn't raised with computers in their hands and phones and stuff like that. So how do they differentiate and know what's going on and what's not going on? They don't. They don't. They obviously don't know. And I realize is that it's because they had a different programming. They were programmed a little bit different. So that's why when you go to your elders and you be like, you know, this video is fake, right? You know, the people that's calling your phone, that's not real people, right? You know that that's probably a Indian center or AI that's calling your phone to do scare tactics for you to give them your account number and everything else. You know that's fake, right, Grandma? No, that's real, son. Don't even argue with him. You can't. Because I begin to realize, I step outside of it and I said they got programmed differently. So that's why they need help when you want to help them with the computer, help them with and that's what you're here for. Man, if it's your parents, it's your elders, that's what you're here for. Because your kids is going to help you understand things that their programming that's ran on them. But I always try to stay with what's going on. Technology is what actually shaped humanity to me. Think about it. In the music realm, technology shaped it. In the technological, it's just technology shapes everything. From the ancient, our ancient ancestors, from the pyramids and the aliens and the spaceships and all of that. What did they have, right? That a lot of people needed or wanted. They needed natural elements like gold, silver, and copper, and all these things, earthly elements, and they also needed technology. Those pyramids that they just found, and they figured out that it was pillars that was going down that had, it was granite wrapped around with copper, which was a generator, and they was like, oh, I see how we didn't need to pay light bills and phone bills and everything else. You never had to do that because they already had an infinite source of power, and y'all don't know that we living in a place to where as though you can extract energy, you can extract water from out of thin air, but yet they charge you and I for it. But that's coming to be. A lot of people don't know that these things are coming out. That's why they say if you master the numbers 3, 6, and the 9s, and you master the elements, that's all you need. That's coming out. And the reason I believe that these things are coming out, this is my consciousness talking right now, right? I've been talking for a while, but it just keep on, when it stop, it stop. The reason why these things are coming out is because we're actually changing dimensions. We're jumping from the third to the fifth. We're literally changing dimensions right now. So that's why sometimes when people are around, I be like, I know what they thinking, or I can feel, I can feel if that's right or that's wrong. I don't have to. You don't have to say nothing. Or sometimes, you might drift off and go to another realm. You might see it. You be like, damn, I seen this, or this is what this person just did. Damn, they don't even know that I'm watching them because time don't really exist. That's a man-made construct. You get what I'm saying? We operate on a certain calendar that really don't have anything to do with us. If we really think that it's 2025 right now, how? When they took 4,000, 5,000 years away from us. It can't be that. And then they rolling out the things that we used to have in the past and all these other little things. But yet we was started in something called slavery. And it's like they pick and choose where they want your history to start at. That's fake to me. My history didn't start as no slave. And I believe that all different civilizations was enslaved because you got superior beings and you got inferior. That's why war has always been prominent. Whether we like it or not. That's why good always had to fight evil. It's just part of it. Right? That's why God had the devil. That's why demons have to be slayed. That's why it's all part of it. That's why we have dragons and different serpents and different this and different that. It's all part of it. But those are the things that I wanted to talk about real quick. It's almost 5 o'clock. I got to hit the gym. But those are the things I wanted to tell you guys about how I believe that the firmament, what's above is below, and it's water above, it's water below. It's no such thing as space. Erase that out your brain, right? And I know it's going to be hard because the schools and the churches have programmed you to think that. Churches and religions to me is a control mechanism. Schools to me is an indoctrination. It's a control mechanism. It really don't give you a choice on what to really actually believe in. When you start asking who, what, when, where, how, and why, like they taught you in school, you would even question the schools and the churches. Who made it? Why did it make it? What was the purpose of it? You get what I'm saying? I believe in the positive force. I believe in good. And that's just it. So I'm on that side of things. Some people on the other side of things, they believe in bad. But sometimes you need to do both. Sometimes people may perceive what you're doing as bad, but what if you have good intent? What would you consider that? So I'm not against either or. It's just sometimes you have to fight. Sometimes you don't need to fight. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just, this is all part of life, right? So like I say, what's above is below. Water is above, water is down below. I think we want to get to those different realms. When you look up, it looks like you have to go up in order to go to the stars and all of that. But I believe that you don't have to go up. It's other ways. It's tunnels. It's realms, and maybe it's in the cave. It's so many different things you could think of. You don't have to fly to get there because you can't. If we're living in a firmament, if we're living in a dome, you can't. But then in school they teach you, hey, Mars is 500 billion thousand miles away. Jupiter is another 500, 600,000 miles, kilometers away. Who? How you know that? You been there before? How you really know that? Because you really don't know. Right? You really don't know. On that note, this is another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. I'm going to start doing more lives, like I say, and talk about conscious things like this. It's all part of the healthy discussion, mentally, physically, emotionally, all those type of things, right? So we're going to get into it and get down to the bottom of things because, like I say, the realms are switching, the dimensions are switching, and that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys. I'm about to go hit the gym. Make sure you go work out, run your miles. It always make me feel good, make me feel better. Stay on top of your health. Get the money, of course. Don't forget that. Share, show love, and do what you got to do. Help somebody out. On that note, it's top of the week, Monday, top of the top. Peace, blessings, and love. I appreciate everyone for tuning on in. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's all I have to say. And remember, right? Positivity over negativity.